Hello, ladies. Welcome, welcome. You can see that you're all coming in. I'll wait for you to connect. I can see Karina. Hello, welcome. All right. People will start jumping in. So while we're waiting for that, let me know in the chat, where are you? Where are you tuning in from? So grab the chat, which is down the bottom. Open that, and we're going to be talking in the chat as we go through this workshop. So today we're not talking about fluffy theories. We're going to install a new operating system for your business. So if you're here because you're book solid, but your bank account isn't reflecting it, or because you know that you are the bottleneck of your own business right now and it's frustrating you, you are in the right room. So this is for salon owners who have built something real and who are realizing that the model that got them to 5K weeks, 12K months, 30K months, or 50K months will not get them to the next level without them burning out. Yamba, New South Wales, Geelong, welcome, ladies, welcome. Okay, so you're here because you're experiencing constraint pain. Okay, you're not necessarily drowning. You're sort of experiencing this is no longer acceptable pain of a CEO. And what that sounds like is, I'm booked, but I'm leaking profit somewhere and I can't find it. Okay, or your revenue and your pay is inconsistent. You're unsure of your pricing and scared to raise your prices. And maybe you've got a team and they're good, but they're not leveraged. And everything is still falling back on you, or you're thinking that I can't keep working this hard for this level of return and I've hit a ceiling. So if this is you, it doesn't mean that you're failing. What it means is you've outgrown your current structure. So today, what we're going to do is give you a new one. So the real problem isn't what you think. So most salon owners think that the problem is guessing their pricing. You know, they're scared to increase their prices. They're attracting the wrong clients. They're feeling stuck and in survival mode, or their marketing or their team, or they're overworked. They think that they're the problems, but they are actually just the symptoms. The real problem is that you're running a CEO level business on a therapist's operating system. So you're trying to hit $120,000 a year, or $300,000 a year, or $600,000 a year, or seven-figure businesses with the same habits and systems that you've always had. And what that's like is trying to run the latest software on that 10-year-old computer, which is slow, it crashes, and it's incredibly frustrating. So before we get into the framework, I'd love you to tell me in the chat, what is the one thing at the moment that feels the most efficient in your business? Let me know in the chat. If you don't know, let me know that you don't know. If everything's great, let me know that too. Pop it in the chat. Come on, pop it in the chat so I know. Then I know how to address what I'm sharing with you. Whilst you do that, so my commitment to you today is to give you the framework that allows you to move from stylist to CEO. Okay, we're going to focus on the what and the why. And at the end, I'm going to show you the most logical path to implement the how. So is it cool if at the end I spend 5 minutes showing you how I help salon owners install this entire system in 90 days so that you don't have to figure it out alone? Let me know in the chat. Give me a yes. I want to know that people are there. Comment in the chat. Awesome. Yes, yes. Thank you, ladies. Awesome. Love that. Okay, so by the end of our time together today, you're going to walk away. I'm going to give you the exact pricing formula that successful salon owners are using to achieve at least a 25% net profit margin on every single one of their treatments. A clear understanding of how to communicate price increases confidently without drama, without sweating, without clients complaining, right? And I'm going to give you templates for profitable service structuring that you can adapt for your own salon. And I'm also going to add in and share with you and just a little insight into the psychology of why clients will happily accept your new rates or your new prices. Now, this is a hands-on interactive session. So there is a worksheet for you that is just being dropped into the chat so that you can work along as we go. And also you can fill it in later. So just get click in the chat, and then you'll take a copy of this. I'm the most efficient part of my business and repeat bookings. Yes, I'm going to talk about that, Rebecca, in a moment. So true. So the worksheet's above. Make sure that you've opened that. When you've opened that, just give me a yes so that I know that you're ready to go. So you engaging with me is key. Okay, it helps me to give you better coaching advice. So be ready to share your thoughts as we go through in the chat. And there's no right or wrong. This is whatever you're thinking. If you're not sure, tell me that you're not sure. Now, the other thing too is whilst you're downloading the worksheet, I'll wait for some yeses. I've got a prize for one of you today. So all you need to do is just, if you've got your phone, is just take out your phone, take a copy of the screen at some point of the workshop, post on your stories and tag at Salon Mastery Society. Okay, then stay to the end and you'll go into the draw to win a one-on-one salon action plan with me that's valued at $550. So what we'll do is we'll analyze where you're at now, where the blocks are, and what actions you need to take over the next 90 days so that you can move the needle forward for you. It's an hour of very, very valuable structure. Okay, are you ready? Yes. Okay, that's great. So why should you listen to me? Now, I'm not gonna tell you my from the bathroom floor to my commercial salon story because I believe that you passed that. What you need to know is that I've already walked the path that you're on. I've built a multi-six-figure salon and I've scaled it to over, this is actually probably not a figure, but over 5 million in revenue. And I've systemized it so it runs without me. I do not work on the floor at all in my salon. And in fact, I very rarely go into the salon at all. And to make that happen, I made all the mistakes. I was the bottleneck. I was the star person in my salon. Okay. And then what happened was I hit a ceiling. And so I was like, I don't want to be working this hard. And the salon's just relying on me. So I set about building the system so that I could break through that ceiling. So everything that I am teaching you, everything that I always teach is from the trenches of running a real profitable, scalable salon. So that is actually what led to the creation of Visionary Salon Mastery. I didn't actually start out thinking that I would be a coach. But the operating system, people were asking me, how did you do it? And I created the operating system, shared it with others because I wished that I had this system before I'd actually opened my salon. And it's not about doing more, right? It's about doing the right things in the right order. So if you want pricing that actually pays you properly, systems that feel really simple. We like to overcomplicate things, girls. We're really good at doing that. We like shiny objects all the time, but we want to make it simple, okay? If you want a business that supports your life, then you are in the right place. So as you are going through this, I know that at some point you might be thinking, this won't work for me. My clients won't pay for that, okay? She might be different, and that's completely normal, but mindset doesn't change your income. What changes your income is the structure. Mindset helps. You've got to obviously to have mindset shifts to take the action to change your structure, but it's the structure that is the key. Does that make sense, ladies? Let me know in the chat. So some of you are solo, okay, and you want consistency, you want flexibility. Some of you've got teams and you feel like things are not running the way that they used to. And the thing is, you didn't start your salon to feel trapped. I talk to salon owners all the time. I just feel like they're tied to their salon. They're serving the salon and the salon isn't serving them, okay? And pricing is often the number one reason why you feel stuck. So you might be like Bianca, right? She was absolutely petrified to look at her figures. Okay. She was terrified of raising her prices. Okay. And she, after 2 years, 2 weeks, she was working less and earning more after realizing that it was actually costing her money. And I'm not talking about a little bit of money. It was costing her a lot of money for each of the treatments that she was performing. Okay. So maybe like Sandy, she made 11,000 and worked. That was she only worked 2 weeks out of the 4, which was 20 times more revenue than she had been earning previously. And that was because she followed my pricing formula. She followed the upselling script and the marketing strategy to achieve everything that she needed to. And she's now moved actually from her home salon to beautiful commercial premises. Okay, so I see you. I know what it's like to feel like your business is running you instead of the other way around. Okay, but it's really, really important to stop trading time for money and start running a business that grows without you having to work more hours. That is absolutely key. Let me know in the chat, is this resonating with you? Okay, does any of this sound like you? Let me know in the chat. Okay. Yep, Karina, 100%. I hear it all the time. All the time. Yes, Jess, all the time. Yep, yep. So there's 5 levers of a scalable salon, okay? A salon doesn't run on hope. A scalable salon doesn't run on hope. It runs on a system, okay? And I'm going to be sharing with you as I go through this workshop, the VSM operating system, because it's got everything in it that you need to run a successful salon. So I'm going to be referring back to it. So it's got 5 levers. So the first one is it's got to be profit first pricing. Okay. Pricing is the entry lever, and pricing is designed for a minimum 25% net profit. Now, before I share with you the others, what I'd like you to share with me in the chat is, do you know what your net profit margin is for every single one of your treatments? You don't know. No. I'm just going to follow the chat. No, no. Okay. Okay. So, ladies, this is the number one place to start. You don't want to start going all in on marketing and get more and more clients if you don't know what profit you're making out of each of your treatments. It's absolutely key. And this sounds harsh, I don't want it to be harsh, but if you don't know that, instead of running a business, you're more so running more of a hobby. Okay, so step up and really learn what that net profit margin is. Okay, I'm going to give you a tool to help you with that today so that you know. Okay, don't do anything else, but I want you to understand the rest of the levers, right? So it works. You do your pricing. Your pricing alone on its own won't work, right? So you need to leverage your marketing. You need to have a system that attracts, you want high value clients without you needing to post every single day. Okay. The next is you want a systemized client journey. So an intentional experience that you're maximizing the lifetime value of each of your clients. Most of the time when I speak to salon owners, if the owner of the salon is a solo or dealing with most of the clients, the client experience is really good. Okay. But quite frequently, if there's a team, the client experience with their team is not as good. So it's really essential that you have an operational, streamlined client journey. It's got to be systemized. The next one is you need to have, it's actually operational excellence. Okay. You need to have the back end systems that create calm. Okay. They make you efficient. They give you back a life, like a really good life too. And the last one is leadership and team. Now, if you're solo, leadership still applies because you've got to discipline yourself. If you want to grow, when you've got all of those other 4 areas of the levers in place, it's very, very easy to go to the next step and take on team, which means that you can earn money and not be in the salon. How does that sound? Can any of you do that now? Let me know that in the chat. The thing is that if any of these levers are broken, the whole thing splutters around or stops in some areas, it falls down. And what I'm going to do is I will explain this to you in a little bit more detail. So why pricing alone won't fix it is what I've just said, okay? Pricing is a one lever in a five lever system. You've come here for a pricing formula. And as I said, I'm going to give you that, but I really, really need you to understand first that pricing is just the one lever in the system. Okay, so I'm actually intentionally going over this again. If you fix your pricing, but your marketing is random, your client experience is inconsistent, your systems are chaotic, okay, and you're still the bottleneck, you're just going to be charging more for the same broker model. Okay. So it's important that you're really important that you understand that. So Rebecca, I can have some time off. The salon runs fairly well without me, but the money isn't there when I'm not there yet. And that's the thing. Great that you've got a team, but stepping up as a leader now and making sure that they're profitable is going to be absolutely game changing for you. Okay. So that's why in Visionary Salon Mastery, I don't teach pricing in isolation. We build the entire system. So the pricing structure, the marketing, the client journey, the operational systems, and the leadership framework. Because, and this is important too, when you get all the five levers together, you're not just making more money. You're making more profit in less time, and you're doing it with less stress. Okay. I speak to girls all the time, they're like, oh, I don't think I can do that. And I go, yeah, I know you can. You can. Because I can show you how to do it. And then they do it and they go, wow, that worked. That's amazing. So today I'm going to teach you the pricing lever. Okay. But because I want you to see it in context, okay, it's really important because if you're hitting 15K, 30K months, 10K months, 60K months, and you're still working 40, 45, 50 hours a week, the problem is definitely not just your pricing. Okay, it's definitely your system. Now, let me know in the chat, is this making sense? Does that make sense? Oh, here we, okay, ditto. Yeah, awesome. Makes sense. Okay, so good. Thank you, Rebecca. Before we can build a new pricing structure, we have to address fear, like pretty much, well, I would say 100% of the time. The fear of upsetting and losing clients, the fear of being seen as greedy, the fear of I'm not worth it is real. Okay, so let's be honest. I know that raising prices can be terrifying. Okay, now in your worksheet, what I'd like you to do is go to your worksheet and write down honestly to yourself, what is your pricing mindset? What is your mindset around your pricing? What is your biggest fear about raising your prices? Is it that you just don't know what to do? Have you copied the salon down the road and sort of think, well, I'll just go a little bit underneath what their prices are, or maybe somewhere in the middle? Are you scared of upsetting your clients? Let me know in the chat. I'll give you a couple of minutes to do this because it's really important to be aware of this. Yeah, makes sense. Okay, client upsets and loss. Yep. I hear that all the time. All the time. So can I ask you, Karina, when was the last time you did a price increase? Isabel, if you just click on the worksheet, it should give you an option to just take a copy of it. Rhea, you might just want to put it in again. Last year, beginning of last year, middle of last year, middle of last year. Okay. How did you put them up? How did you go about the formula to put them up? The worksheet's there again. 10%. So you just pull 10% out. Just yeah. Okay. Which is often what I hear. Thank you for that. I appreciate you sharing that. July last year, Kelsey, how much did you raise yours by and what formula did you use? And I want to say to you, everything that you're feeling is completely normal. Absolutely 100% normal. Isabel, you're increasing them now. Good. Tell me how you're going about doing that. The truth is that your pricing is not just a number. Okay, it's a reflection of your value. It's a reflection of your experience. It's of your leadership. You have to put a value on that. 5% increase. Yeah, I did a full restructure so that everything was completely changed. Good. Do you know that you're profitable? You're hitting at least 25% net profit margin, Kelsey? Let me know that. Everything was completely changed. Yeah, good, 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 good. Thank you, ladies. That's good. So, should I drop my prices? Should I discount my prices? Hell no. Discounting attracts price-driven clients. Price-driven clients are much harder to please and they are much easier to lose. So what low prices do is you don't get paid, but they lead to burnout. Okay. Value-based pricing leads to a stable business. It leads to you having that stability. So let me know in the chat, have you resorted to trying to attract more clients by discounting your services? Let me know. No, good, excellent. Okay, okay, going with. Years ago did not work. Ah, good. You've learned from that. Okay. So every time we do a promotion, we do a price increase, we package, and which I'm going to go through with you in a moment and share with you package pricing. Everything is done strategically. Okay, it's never, oh, I haven't got enough clients in next week, so I'll do a deal where I discount 50% off one of my treatments or add on another treatment and drop it by 25%. There has to be a strategy, and that's a follow-up strategy. So there's always got to be a reason for everything that you do. So the psychology of yes. Clients actually don't say yes because of price. Your ideal clients don't say yes because of price. They say yes because of confidence. So when you believe in your pricing, they do too. And when you're certain of your value, your clients will be too. Now, I want you to remember this is, oh, Isabel, you're a barber? Oh, absolutely. It works the same. Yeah, I've got clients that are barbers. Yeah, absolutely. Different type of psychology because they're men, but far easier to convert because men just, if they see the value, they'll pay the price. Women go, oh, I've got to justify it. I've got to think about it. I better just, oh, should I do that? Men just go, yeah, you're good. I'm in. So you're in a good place if you're a barber. So clients are actually not paying for a service. They don't care about your costs. They are paying for a result. They're paying for an experience. They're paying for a transformation. Okay. And the trust that they have in you as a professional at what you do. Okay. So the how of the conversation that you have when you're chatting with people in DMs is less important than the why behind your confidence. Does that make sense? Yep, makes sense. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Okay, so what changes when you raise your prices properly? You will attract higher quality clients and you will do it quickly. Okay, you will be working with clients who value you, they value your expertise. You're going to have more time and more energy, and you're going to actually enjoy your business again. Are any of you at the stage at the moment where you're just like, oh, this is hard? Yeah, Karina. Yeah, yeah. You will actually enjoy your business again when you put all this into place. Yep, sky's the same. The results are predictable when you install this system. Okay, so Annie's not here, but Annie is one of my clients. She was PMU. Her prices was $700. And when she came to me, she was offering brow tattooing, and it was correction brow tattooing for $99. $99. She was not making any money. She was dealing with clients who were awful to her because they were tie kickers. Okay. As soon as she implemented this change, she started attracting better quality clients, like immediately, not price shoppers who didn't value her expertise. And they were downright insulting to her as well. She couldn't believe the difference to her own well-being when she was talking with people that actually valued her. Definitely burnout, Carrie. Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Meredith, actually, she was another one of my clients. She had the same problem. She was offering, I think her treatment was $750. amazing treatment, body treatment, and she was offering that for 99, and she was getting no one booking in. Like she had not, and she also had an agency that were apparently marketing her business for her. So she changed her messaging, she increased her prices, and she sold 2 at full price of those treatments in less than a week of implementing this structure. So it does work. The beautiful Paula here, she's a salon owner. She wants a consistent income because she wants the flexibility to run her business on her terms. She's very social. She wants to enjoy her time with her family and friends. She wasn't priced for profit. She is in a highly saturated area. She had no idea about social media or running ads, but we had to literally explain to her how to start a reel and post a story. Okay, she is now killing it in her area. She's doing so well. Kim, she's an established salon owner, very, very good salon owner, but she was finding it difficult to keep things running the way that she used to. So her systems were outdated and she was knackered, just over it and tired and knackered. And now she's really turning the curve and planning a retirement, so which is good. So Mel, she's got a team. She was pretty much booked out solid, but she never had the ability to pay herself. She was struggling to pay her bills. And it was because she hadn't priced her treatments properly. So just in the first month, she increased her revenue by $4,000. And that was just the start. I think she said it was I think it was $8,000 she's increasing. It's just like it's just compounding. Okay. And these are not revenue numbers. These are leverage. This is freedom. This is what happens when you have the right operating system. Okay. And it's not done by luck. It's just as a result of applying the framework properly. Is that making sense, ladies? Okie dokie. Now, yep, data structure, yep. Yeah, things have changed. I'll share this with you, even with marketing, with social media. So what I had created for my students for our marketing strategy in October, I had to update it in October. I then had to, the world is moving so fast, I had to change it again in December. Okay, changed it all, got it all sorted. Oh, got back to January. Oh, I've changed it again. And I've also got another change that I need to make. Things are happening really, really fast. In the age of AI, it's just boom, boom, boom. And it's not scary, it's actually exciting, but you've just got to keep up with it. That's all it is. So when you price as a CEO, it's not emotional. There's nothing emotional about it at all. It's purely mathematical. The goal is it's a non-negotiable net profit margin of 25% on every single one of your treatments. And with my VSM clients, we work towards, if I see them at 25%, I'm actually not that happy. Okay, we work towards excellence. Okay, so at 25%, you do have the fuel, you've got the money in the bank to scale. Okay, and so what we do is we implement a foolproof pricing structure. So every single service has got to cover its true costs. So it's the time that it takes to carry out the treatment. Okay, it's the wages, including superannuation. It's the cost of your products. It's the cost of your overheads. Okay, and then you get to the profit target. And if a service cannot be profitable, it doesn't belong on your treatment menu. And when you start to make that shift, you move from being a busy specialist artist to a profitable business owner. Like I speak to salon owners frequently and they'll go, oh, I have to offer the perms at $35 for my little old ladies. And I'm like, why? Oh, and by the way, I hate doing them. I said, but it's costing you money every time you do those treatments. When you start to look at it in real time, if you do a little old lady, you do a perm and you're only making $35 when you can do a color correction and you're going to make $250, what are you going to spend your time on? So you make business when your pricing is right. It's not just that your pricing is right. You look at it and you go, where is my business going to go? Where is it that I'm going to take my business? What am I going to be known for? What is my niche? Generally, it's what you like doing. So then you're doing all of these treatments that you really, really like with the clients that you really, really like, and life is sweet. Why would you do a treatment that you really, really hate that's actually costing you money to do? So when you start to think, that's only one example as well, girls. That's only one example. So on your worksheet, there is an exercise for you to complete manually. Now, I'd like you to do it manually first. You can do this later, but there's a table in the on the worksheet. Just pick, like, maybe your most popular treatment, the one that you do the most of, and then break it down. Now, you can check it in the calculator that I'm about to give you, but I'd really like you to see if you can do that manually first, just to get you thinking about what these numbers actually are. Do you know what your break-even figure is? Which is the point at which you actually start making a profit every single week. So it's all of your expenses for the week. And at what point do you start actually making money? No. Okay, so you need to know that as well. So your overheads need to be taken into consideration. And they are in what I'm about to share with you. So I'll keep moving along, because if I wait for you to do this, it's going to take a bit longer. But go back to it later. Complete it, and I'd love to know what you come up with. Share it with me. So every service, it's got to cover, as I've said, it's got to cover your time, your costs. It's got to create you profit, and it's also got to support retention. Okay, you don't want to be having people coming in for one-off treatments. So that in itself, your menu has to be strategic. And when you know what your net profit margin is on your treatments, that's the next layer that we go to. So I've created a salon service profitability analyzer. Okay, it's got a training guide with it as well, so that you can go ahead and check your margins, net profit margins on each of your services. And the link to this is in your worksheet. And there's also a training video it's actually a video that goes with it. So take your time. It takes a while to go through it, but if you don't know what your prices are and you're not paying yourself at the moment, you would be better off spending the next 2 days going ahead and doing this, because this is CEO needle moving action. And let me know what light bulb moments you come up with. Okay, now my team will reach out to you over the next couple of days just to check to see if you do need any assistance, or you're welcome to, you can message me in DMs or any one of my emails that I've sent you through if you need any help with it. So this is just one part of it. What we do inside VSM is a lot more detailed, but this will give you a very, very good idea about where you're at. And I want you to know, I'm not talking about gross profit. I'm talking about net profit, because net profit is what you have left over at the end. I don't know why. I put the gross profit margin in this calculator because I don't know, it seems that salon owners focus on gross profit. That's the way they've been taught or trained. I put it in there. Gross profit margins are great. They're high, but they don't reflect your true actual profit. Does that make sense, girls? Make sense? Good. Okay, so I want to share with you, oh, hang on a second. That's not where I want you to go. Took me to the actual analyzer. Okay, so I want to talk to you about profitable service structuring, not tiers. Now, this may not make sense to you straight away, but once you delve into it, it does actually make a lot of sense. So in VSM, we don't focus on confusing tiers of treatments. Okay, and so what I mean by that, and I'll talk, my salon, our main treatments are brows and lashes, so I'm going to give you those examples. So often I'll look at menus that are huge. We've got so many things on it. So they might have like a brow tidy for $45, and they might be, I'm exaggerating here, by the way, I'm just going to make this up and give you a few, like exaggerate the tiers. But so a brow tidy for 45, a brow shape for 55, a brow design for 65, a deluxe brow design for 75, or a signature brow design for 95. Okay, so I'm exaggerating because I want you to understand it. When I just said that to you, did that sound confusing? Sound confusing? Okay. So clients cannot tell the difference between the shape, the tidy, the design, the deluxe, the signature. So what do? When the price jumps are small, the clients will go to the cheapest option. Okay. And when you have team, they struggle themselves to explain the price difference. They can't do it confidently because they're not really sure themselves. And what happens then is the decision that they have to make feels risky for the client. So what they'll do is they'll hesitate. They'll go, I'll come back to you later. Or I'm just going to book in for the $45 brow tidy that if that's taking you half an hour to do, you're not making any money on. Okay? Or they won't book, they'll go somewhere else. So what this does, doing that complicated tier is you have a lower average spend. You've got people making longer booking decisions. Okay, they're coming back to you with questions and DMs. Well, what's the difference? Or what should I get? And then they get confused and then they ghost you anyhow. Okay. So what this is doing is that the clients are then choosing on price. They're not your ideal client because they're not coming to you based on the outcome. So instead, we use a profitable service structuring where every service has its own strategic role. And so this is what I have in my salon. So I've got a brow tidy. It's not just a small service. My brow tidy is a retention tool. And what it does, it protects me so that I can make $200 an hour just on brows. Because we bang them out in 10 to 15 minutes because they are just that, a quick brow tidy. Okay, and we can do 4 or 5 of those in an hour. So that's there strategically. We don't mind if people don't come back, if that's what they choose to do, because we know that we're making a very high profit margin of them. And they do come back because we're so good at what we do. And I trained my team to be really, really good at those. Okay. Our brow designs are next level. Okay. They're not just the first appointment. What we do is with people that need a full restyle, okay, they come in and then we start trust building with them so that they then come back again and again and again for brow maintenance, which is a level above the brow tidy. And so we're getting that recurring income over and over and over again. The next one is that we've got a brow lamming. Now that's not an upsell service. That's the high investment solution for a specific client need. So if you can follow me with what I'm saying is you're not selling. What you're doing is you're prescribing the treatments to your client base, to your new leads, which means that you're leading. It's leadership. It positions you as the expert. So let me know in the chat, is this making sense? Does that make sense or not? Because I know it can be a little bit confusing. It does? Yeah, good. Yes, it does. Awesome. Okay, great. Thank you. So now that I've given you, my examples on the worksheet, map out a similar structure for one of your core offerings. I'm going to give you a couple of minutes to do that so that you can come back and ask me any questions as you go. What of your treatments? Can you do a similar structure? Or maybe you're already doing it as well. Let me know that. Maybe you've already worked this out and you've already got it, well thought out.
So can I ask you something, Margie?
Yes, sure.
I'm driving, so
it's okay.
It's very difficult for me to write anything. But as I said before, I'm a barber, so I transitioned from hairdressing to barbering.
Yep.
And the barber shop that I have is not just a normal barber shop because I offer beauty services for men.
Oh, she's gone. Oh, well, that's fine. I'll talk to her later. You having any luck with that, ladies? Let me know in the chat. I'd love to know. And do you have ideas? Let me know that as well because I can help you with that. Okay. Now, the next step is intentional service pairing. Okay, so it's just it's not about bundling for a discount, which is why I'm talking about it. Intentional service pairing, I'm sure you think, oh yeah, I know what that is. That makes sense to me. Absolutely it does, because I do that. I bundle up a brow tidy with a lash lift and tint or something like that. But what I want to stress here is that when you bundle or you pair your treatments, it is not about doing it for a discount. It's about pairing services that naturally work better together. Why would you want to give a discount on a full price treatment when they're getting the full treatment? I can see Karina's face. Don't worry, it's very normal, which is why I'm talking about it. That's why I'm mentioning it. All too often we're of them, and this is the CEO leadership attitude is therapist is, oh, I want them to come in for another treatment, so I better give them a discount. Okay, so if you go to the dentist and you go in for a filling and they say to you, oh, you're actually going to need a crown, are they going to discount your crown? No, nobody does it. Nobody does it except the beauty industry. Does your mechanic give you a discount when you go in and he said he's going to do all this extra stuff to your card? Oh, no way. Put some more money probably. So we need to be the same. We think like a CEO. People will pay it. They're only getting the discount because we're offering it to them. And the other thing too is that what that does is when you don't discount, you're delivering better value to your clients. You're stepping up as the leader. They can see the value that you offer, which is really important. When they don't see the value because you're telling them that your services aren't worth full price, then you're not delivering their value. You're not stepping up as the expert. The other thing that it does is you create the better results. You're going to be happier because you're actually going to be get paid full price as well. You're going to increase your average client spend without any pressure at all. You don't even need more clients. So at this point in time, if you just go through and do this pricing restructure with the analyzer and do all of this, you're not even going to need more clients. You're going to get thousands of dollars more each month. It also makes the booking decision very simple for your clients and gives you the opportunity to naturally upsell your clients as well. So if they need it, then you can offer it. So you might have clients, brow design and lash lift and tint. We offer those. They want a fresh, low maintenance look. Why would they, if they want to look and feel their very best, why would they not come in for both? Why just let them come in for one? Make the offer. Okay, and then they get that result and they perceive it as value because they paid full price for it. Does that make sense? Is that making sense? It's just the psychology of how people think. Brow design. So when people come into my salon, it's like they're coming for a brow design. I go, yeah, would you like lash extensions with that? Because you're going, what are you coming in for a design for? Just because, or because you want to feel better, or you're going to an event? I'm going to an event. Oh, lash extensions will be really great. Now they can say no, but if they didn't even think about, oh wow, that lash extensions will be really good for. I'm going to the Crown on Saturday night. I want to look really glamorous. Yeah, I'm going to do that. They say yes. Okay, so what you're doing is you're offering them a complete transformation to their face. And they're thinking, you're amazing. You're absolutely amazing. You know what you're talking about. You just haven't gone, oh yeah, come in, do the job, get on. Out you go. You can do, I pair this quite frequently as a brow design and a mini facial because clients want, and I'll do a lash lift as well in there quite frequently. I do packages up for those. Packages, not discounts. So that, if someone's looking to, they come in because, oh, well, I just want to feel really good. I want to feel refreshed. So I want to feel more confident. Well, if you want to feel more confident, come and get your brows, your lashes, and the skin. We'll give you a mini facial while you're here. So what you're doing is you're not just selling little extras. Okay, you're guiding them to a combination that's going to give them the best outcome that they want. So what that does is it shifts the conversation. It shifts their focus from how much does it cost to, yeah, unreal. That makes sense to me. That's what I really, really want. So when you do this intentional service pairing, you're going to increase your average dollar sale. You're going to introduce your clients to new services without stressing about it. How many times have you heard your clients say to you, oh, I didn't know you did that. I didn't know you offered that treatment. Yeah, happens a lot. And it's because we're not telling them. Oh, they've only come in. Oh, this lady's only come in for a lash lift. I can't talk to her about her skin. But every time I do a lash lift, I look at her skin and I go, oh my God, she needs help. I've got I know everything about skin. I'm great at skin transformations, but I'm too scared to tell her that what on earth she's doing with her skin is destroying it. So then you're not stepping up as the expert. So at the same time, you're strengthening trust and expertise. So even if you say to the lady, look, do you mind if, I ask you a little bit about your skin while I'm doing your lashes today? She'll go, oh, yeah. She might not take action straight away. Then the next time she comes in, talk a little bit more about it. Do you want me to give you just a nice cleanse and hydration so you can feel what real good products look like, feel like? Yeah. Okay, when she's ready, she'll come into you. So you're not sharing all of this with you. I want you to book in, and I'm going to feel absolutely defeated when you say no. It's like I'm the expert. I'm just telling you everything that I want you to know. So essentially, you're not bundling them up to sell more. What you're doing is you're pairing your services so that you're delivering better results. You want to get better results because you want everyone saying how absolutely fantastic you are to all of their friends. Okay, which by the way is not a solo marketing strategy. So if any of you are relying on referrals to grow your business, that alone is like a very small percentage of how you attract new clients. So in your worksheet, there's an exercise to create your service pairing. So just brainstorm, 2 to 3 that will give your client a really good result. Let me know in the chat. Is that making sense? Do you have any questions for me? Yeah. Yep. Do you have a question? Yep. It's making sense. Making sense. Good, good. Okay, now this is the oh so important step of raising your prices, and it's all to do with you. It's how you communicated it. So how do you do it? You don't make big announcements. You don't wait for the end of the financial year. You don't write long emails. When you make those public announcements, you're inviting other people's opinions, and no one else can decide how you run your business or how you set your prices. Okay? It's a business decision. So what you do is you handle it at rebooking or at the next appointment. And it's really simple language. So I just want to share with you this before I go ahead. So with my salon now, I don't make any announcements.
I need 30 minutes.
Okay, so I've shared with my clients in the past. I might have put a little post up on Facebook. We're having a price increase just so that it's somewhere. But then I put the price up straight away. The way that I do it now, my clients know that their prices get reviewed. And so when I every time there's a change to my business in terms of costs, etc. But regardless of that, I sit down at least every 3 months and I go through and look at my prices. And when I'm sitting there, I'm looking at my net profit margin. I'll look at things like, okay, the brow tide is, $50. The girls are really, really good at them. And because they are so good at them, they're getting really superior results. I'm going to charge $55. So what I'll do is I'll change it on the pricing calculator and I'll go straight into Timely and I just change the price. I don't make any announcements at all because my clients have been trained to show up the way that I want them to. And we don't get any, some people might go, oh, you've had a price increase. The girls go, yeah, we have. And that's it. So you really want to get yourself to that point where you're training your clients to show up the way that you want them to. So I wouldn't send out emails. I wouldn't recommend that you send out an email. I'd say that if you're nervous because you haven't done this for a while, which most of my clients, when they first start with me, that's how they feel. So just put a post up. We're having a slight price increase as of tomorrow. If you then get clients that come in and go, oh my gosh, I booked this ages ago and I wanted it at the old price. If you feel that you want to, you could give them percentage off, you could honor that price this time and say, okay, but next time it is going up. You are within your rights to just increase your prices when it suits you. Okay. Woolies don't say to us, oh, the price of eggs have gone up. I'm going to let you know, I'm going to give you 4 weeks notice before I do that. Okay. They don't wait for anything. As soon as the prices go up for them, the prices go up for us. And that's how you should be running a business. If you have an increase, do you change the pre-book prices too? Yeah. Yeah. You've got to make sure you go back and do that. I've learned that the hard way. Always go back and make sure that you increase all of them. Okay. So the language itself is really simple. Okay. Just so you're aware, our pricing's been updated to reflect the value and costs that we're experiencing in 2026. You know, your next visit's going to be this. That you do not need to apologize. You do not need to justify. So your confidence is non-negotiable. And what happens when it is non-negotiable is your clients will not bat an eyelid. If you go up to your clients and go, oh, I just have to tell you, we've got a price increase. And so next time when you come in, it's going to be, you know, I'm giving you a month though, but when, you know, as of the 1st of June, it's going to be, you know, $25 more, then they're going to go, I'm not really happy with that. My clients are putting up their prices. Sometimes they're putting up their prices as much as $50 or $60 or more, depending on if they're high level services, they're raising their prices. Now, if they lose clients, that's fine because those clients are not coming to them for the right reasons. 9 times out of 10, my clients do not lose any clients when they follow this process. And if you do lose that one client, every single time they've said to me, oh, I don't even like doing that person. They were really difficult to treat. Because the thing is that if that person leaves you, they're going to go to somebody else who's going to charge them more. You don't want to be the lowest prices, okay? So what I'd like you to do, not now but later, is write your script. What is it that can be for you? You know, like write it down, say it out loud, tweak it, practice it, refine it, go back, tweak it. Make sure that you just got to be comfortable with it. Sorry, I'm just in the chat. What's it say? If you have a credit, oh yeah, it's got that one. What about gift vouchers for a particular service that's been prepaid? No. So if it's a service, so I don't do that. Okay, that's a hard one. Gift vouchers, I don't do them for a particular service. I do it for a particular amount of money. Yeah. So have you got many of them, Karina? Oh, how many have you got? Oh, okay. What I'd like you to do is can you send me have a look at that service and let's look at the profitability of it. Send it back to me and I'll help you work out what to do about it. And send me the numbers as well of what you've got. Was that a Christmas special? Just send me a message and I'll come through because that's gift vouchers, ladies. You've got to be really careful with your gift vouchers.
I've just jumped on the audio to make it make sense, but when I've got my gift vouchers, I've done like services that people can say, can I have a massage or a facial? And they'll buy that particular service on a gift voucher to give someone rather than a dollar amount. But I do dollar amounts as well. So maybe I just need to change everything to only dollar amount.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Only dollar amount. So much easier. You don't have to keep track of all that.
People just like to make it a bit more personal and they just choose something that they might not go out and do themselves. So
I don't have that problem with it. But you just put terms on it. Just if you want to do it that way, you just put what the terms are. If there's a price increase, you're going to pay more.
Good idea. Thank you.
Yeah, you don't get stuck. Don't get stuck with it.
Yeah, that's my problem because I feel like they've got it as a gift and they haven't actually paid for it. So I tend to just do it at the price that it was. But then I'm gypping myself. If it was like 2 years ago and my prices were a bit lower, then I lose out. So I
Yeah, no,
thought,
definitely not. Not definitely not. And people won't really shouldn't bat an eyelid. Prices go up. It's been there for a while. It's your new ones that we have to look at.
yeah, some people are good. They'll say, I'll pay the extra because they know that my prices have gone up.
Yeah.
And then that's fine. But yeah, most people I'll just be like,
Yeah, yeah. No, that's fine. I can help you with that. No, that's fine. Isabel said, what's the right percentage to rise? It's based on the formula. It's not a percentage. You don't just go, I'm going to put up my prices by 10%, 5%. It's for every single treatment. So you don't just do a blanket increase. It's got to be strategic. It's got to be based on the formula. It's got to be based on the numbers. So once you know your numbers, that's when you know what you want to do. So I've shared with you that the 25% net profit margin framework, Isabella, that's what you're aiming for. So you know how to structure your services for profit, the psychology of confident prices, and how to communicate price increases without drama. Will you sweat the first time you do a price increase, a big price increase? Yes, you will. Will you be petrified? Yes, you will. Will you be happy after you've done it? Yes, you will. I promise. I promise. Okay, so the cost of inaction is what I call the stuck tax. So most salon owners, they're not stuck because they're not talented. They're stuck because there's no clear business strategy. I know so many salon owners that are amazing at what they do, absolutely amazing and talented, but they don't know how to attract clients. You know, they're busy, but they're not profitable. You might be posting on social media, but you don't have a plan. If you're doing it without a plan, then you're going to be struggling. Maybe you've tried ads, but you've done it without a structure and they didn't work. So all of these things, your pricing, your marketing, your leadership, your systems, if they're all, quite frequently, I find that they're all being handled separately, if they're being handled at all. And without having a strategy that connects everything back, your whole business needs to be connected together. It starts with the pricing. Like I said, we work out the pricing and then we go from there in terms of where we're driving our business. So without the strategy that's connecting all of those, that's when your growth feels really, really hard. Your business feels unpredictable. You're going on a roller coaster ride and you're exhausted. Okay. So now you've got the pricing framework and you could leave today and you can try and implement all of this yourself. But I want to be honest with you about the cost of doing nothing. Okay. Or doing it slowly, which is what I call this stuck tax. So if you're a salon, I'm just going to pull out a figure. Everyone has different revenue over the month, but say you're bringing in $25,000 a month, okay? And if you've got a 10% profit leak, that's conservative. I'm only doing that because I can actually work that out of my head. So you are losing $2,500 a month, which is $30,000 a year, and that's the cost of not having the right system. Okay, and with that, I'm not even including the hours in a week, the number of hours, and often it can be 15, 20 or more hours a week that you're wasting on inefficient tasks, okay, or the mental health that you've got with the stress and the frustration, and you go to bed and all you do is think about your salon and you're just going, oh my God, is it ever going to stop? So my question to you is, can I afford to afford help? It's, can I afford to keep staying stuck in the stuck tax? Okay, so I'm just going to share with you what happens when you have a system. It all ripples. I almost go this way, but rippling's that way. But anyhow, that's okay. With the right system, every single thing changes. Your pricing pays you properly. Your marketing becomes intentional, not random. And I can't tell you what a relief that is to most salon owners when they know what they're doing with their marketing. You attract higher quality clients who understand your value and they say yes more easily, which I've shared with you. Again, you've got more time, you've got more energy, you enjoy your business again. I've spoken to so many women that have come to me and they're like, I'm just done. I am so tired. I don't know if I even want to do this anymore. But then when they've implemented the system, they've gone, oh God, this is amazing. Oh, I just feel like myself again. So what happens is you've got your rebooking. That becomes normal. You know what your numbers are in relation to that. Your income's predictable. You stop reacting. You start leading. Okay, so we focus on all of this. No, it's not quick hacks. It's not quick fixes. It's just a clear, repeatable system that works in real salons. And again, I'm going to go back to the shiny object syndrome. What we love to do is see what someone else is doing and copy that. Oh, that's not working. So now I'll go and I'll do this and then I'll try that and then that's not working. So then I'm going to go and try that. And what that does is you're never going to get good at anything if you don't stick with the one strategy and just keep getting better and better and better and better at it, because you know it inside out. Whether it's your pricing and your way you do your pricing, whether it's how you do your marketing or your ads or your leadership, when you do your team meetings, whatever it is, you know, if you don't stick with the one way of doing things, then you're never going to be really good. So if you're a brow artist, this is one of the things we love to do. So I'm a brow artist, I'm doing brows, I'm really good at brows. I'm getting to be known as the best in our area at doing brows. I want more clients, so oh my gosh, I'm going to go and get a microderm machine. I'm going to pay all that money to go and buy a microderm machine, and I'm going to go from those ideal clients that are completely different to the people that want some microderm. I'm going to start pushing those people. So then what's happening over here? Are you getting better and better at the brows? You're not getting better at the brows, because you now, and especially if you've got a team, teams are getting better at it either. Because now you're having to learn, they're having to learn, you're having to find new clients. They start from here and they've got to keep getting better. Oh, hang on a second, we're going to do another treatment now. Let's do, what should we do now? We'll do lash extensions. Lash extensions, yep, let's do those. Well, they take 2 years to get good at, if you're really, really good at it. What's going to happen during those 2 years while you're starting to do lash extensions? Okay, so then can you see where we sort of tend to hop around? It's no different with your business strategy. So you want to get a clear, repeatable system that you can just keep getting better and better and better and better at. Because why not make life simple? I'm just going to share with you about VSM and why it works. Okay, so we work on the whole business. We don't just work on the one piece. And it's not just another course to watch. This is a done with you implementation program. It's for established salon owners, but only those who are ready to install the operating system that's going to take them to the next level. Okay, it's not designed to be more work. It's designed to be relief. Okay, the systems get built, the templates are ready, the roadmap is clear, so you don't have to, invent anything. You just have to implement it. Okay, so it's the most logical and financially sound decision for a salon owner who is already successful, but you're feeling capped. Okay, so I'm just going to share a little bit with you about, for those of you, it's the next step for you if you're feeling capped. I've got 20 to 30. It really depends. We have some that are lower, we have had some students that are higher. Okay, if you're feeling capped, if you're feeling that you're at a bottleneck as well, and you're frustrated about it. If you're tired of working harder and you're not seeing the profit, or you're ready to stop being a specialist or a technician and you want to lead like a true CEO. A lot of us don't see ourselves as being CEOs, but we're business owners. So we started our business to be a business owner. So we step into being a business owner. And you can learn how to do that. Okay, it's just that we haven't been taught before. You want to be paid properly for the work that you do, and you're done guessing prices or copying what other people are doing, and you want consistent bookings without discounting. And if you're ready to run your salon like a business, not a hobby. Now, this isn't for beginners. It's not people that are looking for like a magic trick, a magic bullet, or if you're not ready to implement, it won't suit you. It's just about doing the right things in the right order. So I'm just going to quickly share with you. If you've now got the pricing formula, okay, you understand why it works, you know how to communicate it. The question is, are you ready to take action? So if you can see that there is a return on investment, okay, $3,900 is a fraction of the $48,000 you're potentially losing every year to the suck at tax, then I'm going to just share with you what the next step is. It's simple. So I need to implement. Yeah, Dana, absolutely. I've got solo salon owners as well. Definitely, if you're in a chair, yeah, it works for you as well. It's a good idea too to actually get you from where you are to your own salon if that's what you want to do as well. So the way that we do it is you just fill out a short application. There's a link in the chat that's going to take you 5 minutes to do. What I do is I personally review it just to make sure that you're at the right stage for this program, because I want it to be massively successful for you. If it's a clear fit, my team will send you the onboarding detail and payment link, and you can basically start in 48 hours. And if you do decide that you want to ask more questions and have a chat with me, you can do that too. And I've got a link in the bottom of the worksheet if that's something that you want to do, something that you actually want to do. So there's 2 paths. You can be number 1. Do it yourself. You can do with what I've given you, okay? You can take what you've learned today, you can piece it all together, and then you can spend the next 12 to 18 months on trial and error, okay? Getting frustrated. Maybe you will figure it out as well. I mean, you're in a good position right now because you're going to know what your net profit margin is. So that is the best place to start, okay? So, but you'll be playing the stuck tax as you go along the way. Whereas if you do want help, and you want the CEO roadmap, you get the proven step-by-step operating system. Okay, so you get there's templates, there's so much coaching, community, there's accountability, okay, and you install the entire system in 90 days and you start seeing the results in the first 30. Okay, so the only difference with it is time, money, and certainty. So that's my spiel about that. I'm going to pick today's winner. So Ree, have we got anybody on the wheel? Has anybody screenshot?
So, Margie, I haven't had any notifications as yet. So if anybody here has actually tagged us, popped up a story and tagged us in, if you could just pop your name down in the comments for me, because that notification hasn't arrived yet, and we shall get ready to spin the wheel. So if anybody missed the beginning, this is to win a one-on-one session with Margie. And all you need to do is take a photo, even of us here at the workshop, pop it up in your stories, tag us in at Salon Mastery Society, and then you'll be in the draw. So if does anybody want to us to hold a second while you do that? Just let us know, or let me know if you have actually done that already, and I'll make sure you go on the wheel.
We can do it after. That's fine. We can do it after. We'll give you a little bit more time to do that, so that's fine. So I want to thank you for your time and your focus as well today. So you've got a choice whether you're going to continue playing the stuck tax or make a strategic investment to eliminate it. Okay. Now, I'd like to you can take yourself off mute and ask yourself any questions, or pop any questions in the chat that you have. Whilst you're doing that, the application link is in the chat. Do you have any questions, ladies? Take yourself off mute. I'm going to stop sharing so I can see you better now. Oh, that's better. Let me see. Do we have any questions, ladies? It can be anything. Are you stuck on anything at the moment? You can ask me any questions. We'll take advantage while I'm here. I've got enough. Oh, actually, I've gone over. Oh, I talk too much. How much I'm investing on? So the entry to VSM is $3,900, Dana. Dana? You're welcome. We also have payment plan options as well. And I will just say, a lot of my clients have hesitated because for salon owners, we see that as like a really big expense. And then when they've decided, they've gone for another 3 months, 4 months, and they haven't come on board, and then they come back and they implement the strategy, they always come back and go, oh my God, I wish I'd done this earlier. Yes, you can have a book with me, Zoom user, but I don't know who you are. So can you just give your details in the chat, and Ree will be able to sort that for you. No questions? Come on, ladies, you must have come on here for a reason, and you need some help with something. If you don't, that's fine. I will go. If you think of any questions that you have afterwards, don't hesitate to reach out. You can just reach out to us in DM. So if you go to Salon Mastery Society and you just want to ask a question, that's probably the fastest way to get a response. We also have a free school community, SKOOL, for salon owners, where I just put tips and advice in there as well, and you can ask questions and connect with us in there. And on a Monday, we have a free, with my students as well as people that are in that community, we have a coffee catch up at 9 o'clock Perth time on a Monday, where we set our intentions for the week and all the girls just chat, because they like, connecting. And on a Thursday at 8:30 Australian Western Standard Time, we have a Q&A session that you're welcome to join, but you've got to be in that school community. It doesn't cost you anything, but you've got to be in the school community to perhaps you'd log in, because that's where the link is. And the link to that is at the bottom of the application form as well. Okay, ladies, thank you so much. I really appreciate you being here. I hope that has been of benefit to you. Can you share with me before I go, what was your biggest takeaway from today? You're most welcome, Kerry. I hope you got some inspiration from that. What was your biggest takeaway? Confidence moving forward, Karina. Love that. Yep, thank you. It was all great. You're welcome, Rebecca. Awesome, awesome. That's lovely. Thank you, ladies. I look forward to hopefully speaking to you in the future. You're welcome.